IKEA always has something interesting going on in their lamp department, especially in the light bulb aisles. Lately, they've been doing some really interesting things with different LED bulbs, such as this one here, that looks like a white blood cell, I guess? I'm not sure. It kind of looks like a donut, kind of looks like a blood cell, whatever you want to call it. It's unique. They have a whole bunch of other ones on display too, but I decided to pick this one up. I actually picked it up with my parents a long time ago, finally getting around to making a video of it here, so I'm really excited to get this thing turned on and put it on display somewhere, because finding these unique bulbs at IKEA really gives you some unique ideas of what you can do with, bare bulb fixtures to give it a little bit of pizzazz over just a standard A19. So, here is the front of the packaging. This is the Molnart LED, or however you want to pronounce their names there. This is a 2.4 watt, 120 lumen. I'm going to say they're trying to say it's a 15 watt equivalent there. 15 watt, okay. You said that's 15 watt. Well, look at this one. This one's 15 watt, and you said it's 100 lumen. What's going on here? Anyway, 2400K, 15,000 hours, I'm guessing. This one had times 15. Is that supposed to be the same thing, but it has a power symbol? I don't know. Oh, we get the same thing here. Hold up. We get the same thing here. You can turn on 15,000 times. After that, it's done. It just won't turn on ever again. A CRI above 80. We'll take a look at that. Cautionary information. And this is a, whatever that symbol is. You can recycle the package. Isn't that nice? That's interesting. There's a squiggly line. Nothing on the bottom. More caution information. Let's go ahead and see what we really have inside here. There's our blood cell. Ooh, it's a very nice frosted glass finish. Can use it as a little Mario Kart steering wheel. Isn't that just fun? I'd say it's about the same size as a 20 watt Circle-Line bulb. I wonder what we really have here. I'm sure it just said for a diameter. That's about 6 inches in diameter. And we do have that indentation there in the top. On the base we have IKEA, 2.4 watt, all the same information we saw on the packaging. So, I mean, you could really only put this in certain fixtures that have a base that, this actually fits in. If it's too deep, it's not going to fit at all. Of course, we have our A19 here, so might as well compare it. I mean, why not? You can have it sit on the bulb with the little indentation there. Wouldn't that just be something? Okay, let's go ahead and get our socket here and get our bulb in place with the helicopter outside. And let's turn it on. That's a nice, pleasing, dim light. I really like that. Of course, I saw it on display at the store, but, there's so much other light in the room. Oh, there's a lot of light here, too. But you really don't get a appreciation for it when it's mixed in with all the other bulbs next to it. Let's go ahead and turn off our big lights here, and you can finally get an appreciation. I see why they gave it a little bit of a dip here. It gives it some depth. You can see, kind of the shaded area there. Not bad at all. I like that. It's a nice, pleasing, dim light. It's not overly bright, nothing crazy. I'm going to hold it up here at our 2-foot mark facing down, and we get about 50 lux or so. We're at 119.4 volts, 0.02 amps, 2.1 watts, and a power factor of 0.62. Now, I'm sure it said on the package here, not dimmable, no surprise, but again, well, they say it on the bulb here too. We gotta test that out, Before we do that, let me try to do things in my actual order here, and let's get some information on this bulb, and we'll save that. Looks very similar to the little pygmy bulbs in terms of that graph there for the spectrum. The spectrum of the bulb at full brightness, the CRI of the bulb at full brightness, and the white balance of the bulb at full brightness. And we're going to go ahead and move it on over to our variac here, so we can see how well it plays with varying the voltage, because I'm sure it'll play a lot better doing this than with a traditional incandescent dimmer. So we're at 120 volt right now, 110, 100, we saw a pretty big dip there, 90, ooh, that's a really big dip. But I like that, it's barely a glow. It's got a little bit of a flicker to it, but it's not too bad. And we're pretty much out. I don't think, what is that? That's about 85 volts, and yeah, now we're out. Nice. Okay, now we will switch on over to our incandescent dimmer just to see what we get out of that scenario. It's quite a hefty lamp in weight too, because this is glass, it's a frosted glass, and it seems to be of pretty substantial thickness based on that weight. Okay, now it's flickering really bad in person. I don't know if it is on camera, but that's up all the way and it does not like that. Oh yeah, you dim down even the slightest amount and the thing's just out. Yeah. Well, if I had to cut that section out, it's because it flickered pretty badly on the camera too, rather than just in person, and I don't want to include that. But by itself, this is a wonderful little accent bulb. I wish more companies would do things like this. Of course, you can find all kinds of accent bulbs online, but IKEA seems to come up with some pretty unique designs, like our big blood cell here. So there we go. Our Molnart LED blood cell looking bulb, or donut, whatever you want to call it. There it is. It's a wonderful accent bulb. As always, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, be sure to give it a like down below and leave a comment. I do enjoy reading all of your comments. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more great videos like this one. Also check out my secondary channel Merkove and subscribe over there for more behind the scenes and alternative content. Of course, check out the other videos here on this screen, and as always, thank you very much for watching.